Hi guys, it's Liz here, and I am back with another daily dose of guidance. So, we are, as usual, the intention is to start with the energy oracle cards. We also have Luna and Misty off to the side here, so you'll probably be seeing at least Luna anyways. Yeah. Misty, you might hear her, but Luna likes to take her bath as I do this. There's something maybe soothing. I don't know why. So we are here though for some guidance, and for some of you maybe to see Luna. She's pretty cute. She's loud and disgusting and nasty, but she's also real cute. Here she is. She said, "Speak of the devil. Speak of the Lucifer." Here she goes. Okay. So we're tapping. Yeah, there we go. Interesting. Okay. So we have the thinking man and envy. Okay. So let's see. So for me, in most cases, when I do these readings, this to me, like, for one thing, this is a masculine energy. Okay. But because he has this, if you can see right here, this crystal in his hand, that very much makes me think of like when you have a goal, like he's focused on his goal, or he's trying to manifest something, right? He's trying to manifest, that's his goal. And so for me, because we have this with envy, this makes me think that perhaps there's a goal, or you're trying to manifest something out of this energy though of envy. Okay, that you want something, that you see somebody else has it, and or whatever that thing is. So it could be something like you're trying to manifest an actual, like an object, okay, like an object that you like, a tangible object, or trying to manifest something, or you're envious of, say, something else, such as, just for an example, maybe you're envious of somebody else's body, right? You're like, oh, I'm going to work out, or I'm going to change my diet, I'm going to do this so that I can have a body like that person. And it's fine to have, what do I want to say, to look at somebody and be like, what is the word I'm looking for here? Hold on. Inspiration. That's the word I was looking for. It's fine to look at somebody else and be like inspired by them, to, especially if it's going to serve you. If it's something where it's like, I want to have a healthier body, right? That's awesome to be inspired by somebody to have a healthy body. That's fine. But when it comes down to the negative karmas of envy versus being inspired by, okay, this is really going to cause you some harm. Okay, this is harmful. This is harmful to your mental, your emotional health. If it's taken to a really bad place, it can be really harmful to your physical body. Okay. And it's going to affect your energy. It's certainly going to affect your energy. So it's just across the board. If you're trying to manifest anything, so that's a tangible object or something that's a little more intangible, but it's coming from those lower negative vibe energies of envy versus being inspired by, or some higher vibration, such as being inspired, a sense of wanting to be of service to somebody. You want to manifest something in order to be of service to somebody else. Something along those lines, okay? Or just having it, manifesting something because it makes you feel good, okay? Feel good, feel joyful, feel healthy. Those higher vibrations. If you're doing it from a higher vibration, then, awesome. That can only serve you, okay? But in this case, it looks like if you're coming from those lower vibe energies of envy and jealousy, okay, that's going to harm you. Okay, that's going to cause you harm across the board. Okay, you're going to be Misty. Misty is envious right now. She says, pay attention to me. I'm envious that you're speaking and paying attention to someone other than me. Okay, so, sorry, Momo. I'm doing a thing right now. Okay, so we're going to continue on here, see if we can get maybe either a little more clarity, a little more specificity. That's not a word. Get a little more specific, okay? Or getting some guidance around shifting this. Okay, now I will say, as I'm just shuffling the cards here, that as a coach, I would say shifting, if you're in those energies of envy and jealousy and all that jazz, then I would suggest shifting that energy and shifting it over to, instead of being envious or jealous of someone else having something that you want, regardless of what that thing is, or being resentful. That's another one, being resentful that this is something that you don't have, whatever that thing is, to shift that energy from, because that's a harmful energy, okay? So shift that harmful energy to a helpful energy through looking at being inspired by. You can also shift it through gratitude for what you already have, okay? Or being grateful that this person or whatever is inspiring you to make a change, or to manifest that thing that you want. And seeing that, well, if they can do it, they're proof that if they can do it, so can I. Okay? It's also clearing out that energy too. So if the energy is something where it's more like, I'm resentful that I didn't have this thing before, right? So we're saying, if you're still holding on to resentment that you didn't have maybe certain things that you wanted in your childhood, or you didn't have, the childhood that you feel like you should have had or wanted, okay? This is also a call to do some clearing work around that, okay? Because that's not serving you. It's not helping you now. It's never going to help you holding on to that. So I would suggest doing some clearing and healing work around letting that go, so that you can move forward, because that's just going to keep you stuck, okay? It's not only going to cause you a great deal of harm across the board, but it's just keeping you stuck. So I would suggest doing some work around that as well. Oh, Misty's just decided to just curl up beside me and pout. She's very much giving up a pouting energy. Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay, so we also have Indecision. Okay. In the Archangel Michael, with the first chakra, which is the root chakra, which speaks into this energy. Actually, it really speaks into at least these first two cards of being attached in some way to an earthly mindset, okay? And that, see, how can I get that across more clearly? So the root chakra is the most concerned with the earth plane, okay, and matters related to the earthly plane. So material things, like the material, the physical, these energies of, mostly it's about safety and security, okay, and this is also where a lot of trauma gets stored, so like specifically childhood trauma gets stored there, but it also speaks into these energies such as envy, okay? This is, if you're going to have an envy or jealousy type of energy, it's going to get stored, it's going to be in that root chakra, okay? Because that's where we're most concerned with having or not having on the physical plane, okay? On the earthly plane. And so that's really speaks into that. Let's see. these aside for a quick sec. Let's see. Now, I'm not really sure right now what indecision has to do with this. So let's see what Michael has to say. I'm gonna just give me 1 second. I'm gonna see what Michael has to say about this, because he came through for a reason. It wasn't just about the root chakra. Okay, Michael, specifically the Archangel Michael, is coming through for a reason. Okay, so I want to tap in and see what he has to say. So just 1 second. Okay. So he's saying here with indecision that this is really about a choice. Okay, so making the choice to continue down a road that is unhealthy. Okay, so continuing with this envious energy, this jealousy, resentment, these low vibe energies. You do have a choice. Okay, you have the choice to continue on with that. Or you have the choice to shift it, to see and say how this energy of envy is harming you, is causing harm. Okay, now we don't want to get into a place where we're creating shadows by pushing something away. Okay, so that's why I'm saying shift, not push away. We're not trying to get rid of envy. Okay, we're trying to shift it from an energy that was harmful to one that is helpful. Okay, envy and jealousy and resentment, all low vibe energies, but they can be helpful. Okay, every aspect, every characteristic trait, all of that jazz has a harmful and helpful energy. Okay, so we want to tap into the helpful energies of envy so that this is something that's going to work for us and not cause us more harm. Okay, now, so this is what he's saying though, is that we have this indecision here is really about making a choice. Do I continue down this path of holding on to these harmful energies, or do I make the choice to shift them in a way that's going to be helpful to me? Okay, so shifting, envy to inspired, right? And we can shift, let's see, yeah, so shift it from envy to inspired. Let's see what else. No, we'll just... Okay, he also says that he's going to come in if you ask him to. If you ask him to come in and help you to cut away the attachment cords, but you have to ask him to do this, okay? So he can do, if you find that you have these attachment cords that are causing you harm, that you find that you're just having a real hard time letting go or shifting, if you're having a really hard time shifting from envy to inspired, you're just like, I just can't seem to overcome this, or I just can't seem to, get out of that energy. Or if it's resentment from childhood, okay? Because that's a hard one to do. So if you're like, oh, I still have baggage from my childhood, and I've been to counseling, I've been to therapy, I've been to coaching, like I've done all these things, and I just can't seem to move past it. This is where you can ask the Archangel Michael to come in and, let's see if you can see, I don't know if you'll be able to see it here, but he's got his sword here, okay? Typically he's got a blue flaming sword, okay? That's not really depicted here, it looks more like a dagger, but he has a blue flaming sword, and he can use that to cut those cords, okay, those attachment cords. You can ask him to come in and cut those attachment cords to help you so that you can move forward, finally move forward, okay? So if you have any of those attachments, these traumas, and you've done everything you can possibly think of to help you to move forward, to let that stuff go and move forward, and you just can't seem to do it, call on the Archangel Michael and ask him to cut those cords, okay? But you do have to ask him. Angels, even archangels, need permission, right? So it's one of those laws, okay? It's one of those spiritual laws. They need permission. So ask him to come in and cut those cords for you, okay? I'm just tapping in, see if there's anything else. Okay, he also said in that regard to do some inner child work. There's some inner child work that also needs to happen. Okay, so do some inner child work, and then call on him to help you cut those cords. Okay. Okay, so if you need help with any of this stuff, in case you didn't already know, I'm a spiritual life coach, Reiki master, and advanced angel therapist. So if you need help with any of these things, go ahead and DM me or email me at spirituallycharged@gmail.com. We'll set up a call and go from there. Okay. All right. So if you can, I don't know if you can kind of see her, but that is all I have for you for today. I hope you found it helpful, and I will see you tomorrow with another Daily Dose of Guidance.